Good morning.
Good morning.
I am blessed to be here today, and I've been asked to spend the next 3 minutes with you and take you on a journey and join me of a faith journey that I took and hear my testimony today, because I am standing here truly as a result of one of God's miracles. This came to pass in December of 2022. If you cast back in your mind, that's about a year and a half ago. I was lying in bed in the hospital. I was paralyzed. I could not walk, could not move my arms. I could not eat. I could not swallow, barely talk. I was dying very clearly. And we were going to meet the next day, my wife Nancy and I, and we do attend the 11 o'clock service, but we usually sit back towards the middle. And we were going to meet with Pastor Todd for funeral arrangements. And then the Lord intervened in my life. And it came in the way of a phone call to the hospital from a good friend of mine, Dr. Mark DeLeese. Mark said, "Jim, I've been studying your case." And he said, "I've done a lot of research. I've talked to people. And that your treatment needs to be extensive and it needs to be lengthy. And you need to get it started right now, or you're not going to survive." Then these treatments began, along with Drs. Larry Warmouth, along with Dr. Brad Snodgrass, and along with Dr. John Norbury. We began to see improvement. And then Christmas arrived, and I was in bed. Grandkids are there. I had not been able to move my hands enough to put my hands on top of their hands when they would come in. And that day, I asked them to come over. And I was just talking in the contemporary service, and Johnny and David, the grandsons that I'm talking about, were in that service. And they came over, and I said, "Put your hand on the side of Gramps' bed." They did. And I was able finally to move my hand enough to put it on top of their tiny little hands and pray. And at that moment, I knew I was going to recover. And I still remember the words of Mark DeLeese, who said during that phone conversation, "Jim, I'm not going to let you go." And neither did God. I'm in the hospital for 2 months. I then joined rehab for several months. And not only did I get out of bed, not only did I walk, but in June of last year, with a blessing from above, I actually played golf. During this whole time, I never felt alone. In my heart, I knew that our Lord was with me. We had friends, we had family, we had even strangers who came up to me later and said, "I heard about you and I was praying for you." We had great pastoral care with Pastor Todd and Pastor Shira, continuously helping us and praying with us. And so I'm here today as one of God's miracles. I'm also here today to let you know that prayers do work, because I am a living example of that. And I am also blessed today to be here to thank each of you personally for all of that support, prayers, and consideration that you have given me and my family. And just want to say at this time, God bless you and thank you.